Well, good afternoon. It's May 16th. It's a Thursday afternoon. And I guess the question I'm asking myself that I wanted to make a quick video on is, how do you handle tough times? How should we biblically handle really challenging things in our life? Because they're going to come. I think if there's anything that I've realized over the past 15 or 16 years is that tough times are going to come, and they're going to look very different for me than they are to a lot of other people. They're going to impact me differently, and then they're going to impact my wife Lisa, or they take a emotional toll on us. They take a physical toll on us. Relationally, they are challenging because when we're going through circumstances that just seem to bury us, we can become embittered. We can become angry at God. We can just become isolated, or really just desire to be isolated. And I do think it's important that you really think about what you're going through and not instantly just feel bad about it. To be honest with yourself, and if you're feeling incredibly discouraged or depressed, to not feel like it's an unchristian thing to do. I think it's important that you just think about where you are when you're in circumstances that are beyond your control, and you seek help and you seek advice, and you let people who love you really circle around you. If you hopefully you have people around you. I know that during our times over the last year or so, we've had a lot of really good, really amazing people love us, and some with amazing capacity to go into pain. And I think it's important to think about how you're going to handle these circumstances in a Christian way, in a God-honoring way, but in also a very honest way that lets people see who you are as you are. I guess. Last couple of weeks, I've been trying to think of just something that to help me get perspective, and I don't know if it's helpful. It's something I don't know. I think it's helpful for me right now to remember this, but it's very challenging because in these times right now, it's hard to sometimes feel God's presence, or that there's something good that's going to come through with this particular season, just of trials. I'm looking at this verse in 1 Chronicles 16:11. It says, "Look to the Lord and his strength, seek his face always." And here's why that's hard, but I also think here's why it's important, is that one, I'm supposed to look to the Lord. And that's hard when, at least for me right now, I feel like I'm actively seeking the Lord. I'm reading my Bible every morning. I'm not missing that. I think the challenge I have right now is to consistently pray to him, to be specific, to want to go to him, because I fear how much or how long I'm going to have to pray for the same thing. And I wonder, will I quit, or will I move on and stop trusting the Lord? And so to consistently look to the Lord takes a lot of discipline. It takes encouragement from other people to tell you to press on. I think it helps to have perspective and to have people in your life who have also gone through really challenging things. And I think that's why it's so important to have older believers, followers of Christ in your life, because you can see that, man, they've went through stuff, whether it's parenting, work, health, and just a number of things, that they're still faithful to the Lord. They're still seeking the Lord. They're really honest with their Lord and with the relation with him. We need to see people in our life who are continuing to walk with the Lord, even when circumstances could have caused them to move in a different direction and just stop following Him. So the challenge to look to the Lord. I don't know what that looks like other than acknowledging Him each day. Throughout the day, I'm acknowledging you, God, that you're real, that you're active, that you have a purpose in all things. I'm going to deny the enemy an opportunity to tell me that this is all made up, that seeking the Lord is just, it's something that I guess we're supposed to do as Christians, but really we're on our own in this life. So I'm just going to deny that temptation and just say God is real. He's real. He's active. He's alive. He understands this world infinitely better than I do. As I think about one of the verses I've been memorizing this year is that his understanding no one can fathom. And I have to trust in that. I have to trust that God is working and has a purpose and has a plan greater than my own. That's really difficult because I feel like I've got a better plan so much of the time. I'm also called to look at His strength, and I have truly realized how little my strength is. I thought I had strength, I thought I was strong, but when circumstances are getting out of my ability to manage, and life is really hard, and I'm prone to sin, I'm prone to get angry, I'm prone to get controlling, insensitive, numb, disengaged in life, just kind of what's going to happen is going to happen, and I'm just going to let it happen. I felt that. Maybe you felt that too. And so what I'm doing is I'm trying to turn my attention to say, God's the one that's strong in this. He's called me to be strong, but really, ultimately, my strength is built upon His strength. My courage will be built upon His abilities, His purpose, and I'm trusting in that. And I'm going to look to His strength. I'm also called to seek His face always. I've been reading through 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles over the last month or so, and I look at all these different kings, most of them which were evil and bad and worshipped idols and led the people into idolatry. And even the good ones would do a lot of great things, destroy the idols, but then inevitably there was some point in their life where they created some foreign allegiance rather than trusting in the Lord. And I think that's a lesson. So I'm going to just stop and challenge myself to seek His face and not seek my own devices and seek my own knowledge. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to start it again tomorrow, and I'm going to hopefully do it in a kind and understanding way to the other people in my life, namely my wife, who's also going through her trials in all of this. So just, it's food for thought, something to think about. Look to the Lord in His strength and seek His face always. 1 Chronicles 16:11. I hope that's an encouragement, and we get through this together. Take care.